So I don't know if this is you, but a friend of mine just texted me this, that he spent over 2 hours working with Google Docs trying to format his screenplay. The dialogue was scattered all over the place. His scene headings looked like regular paragraphs, and he was about ready just to give up screenwriting at all. And then I said, hey, what if I told you there was a product that worked a little better? Fade in Pro. And he gave it a try and he said, yeah, this is what I really like. So Fade in Pro is the screenwriting software that formats your script automatically while you type. It costs you less than a fancy dinner out, and quality is becoming the secret weapon of working screenwriters across the industry. Now today we're going to write an entire opening scene together from scratch, and I'll show you exactly why this might be the only screenwriting app you'll need. So let's dive in. All right, well, let's talk about money first. Now, Final Draft, which is the so-called king of the screenwriting space, costs about $200. If you're lucky, I got it for $150. Then you have apps like Writing Duets, which cost $15. That sounds great, but you have to pay that monthly and forever. And I'm using the $15 price because that gives you all the bells and whistles, just like Fade in Pro. So based on that, what do you think Fade in Pro would cost? Well, this is going to scare you. It's $79.99 or basically $80. That's it, $80. And here's the kicker. Unlike Final Draft, which has you pay constantly to upgrade, the upgrades are included. That's right. Instead of paying an extra $80, which is basically the amount of money it takes to upgrade Final Draft, you can get your upgrades for free. Weird, huh? But let's take a moment and go inside and show you what really sold me on Final Draft Pro. And this is what most writers start with. You type in interior coffee shop day, and it's just regular text. You have to manually indent everything. You have to fight with your tabs and pray it doesn't break when you email it. And this is Fade in. Clear interface, zero distractions. But watch what happens when I start typing. I start typing I-N-T, and you can already see it's already finishing it for me. The software is thinking ahead for me. So I can simply click that with my mouse or hit return, and there we go. And I can write. And I don't have to worry about it not being capitalized. I simply hit slash, and if I hit D, it automatically fills in day. I just hit return, and there we go. A lot easier, a lot more simpler. And here's the kicker. This isn't just some indie app. People use this. People like Ryan Johnson, people like Kelly Marcel, people like Gary Whitta. All sorts of productions we know, like Rogue One's Star Wars story, stuff that's popular, stuff that we all have seen and heard. Now, the neat thing about Fade in, it's designed for writers who don't want to blow their rent money on software. Okay, let's write something together. I'm thinking, let's see. How about a thriller opening? Our character realizes they're being followed in a parking garage. Okay, ready? Let's give it a roll. So we start with okay, it already got interior, so I simply hit return, and it automatically is capitalizing anything. It knows we're in a scene heading. So then I'm going to type in parking garage, dash, and again, I'm going to put night. So as soon as I put the dash, I hit the N, we hit night, I can hit return, and boom, I get that. Now if I hit tab, or actually it's already in, after I hit that enter key, it already is in action line. And the way I can see that is I look off to the right side here, and it's already highlighted action. So here I have Maya, and I capitalized their first name. All I did there for that mistaken spelling is just simply right-click and look for a list of words. And then I can hit space again if I want to add a little bit more. So then if I hit enter one more time and I hit tab, that takes us down to character, and you can see it again. It's highlighted on this side of the screen. I simply can type in Maya, and you're automatically in the right format. Hell, it's automatically in the right, again, it's right automatically in the right format. But what if I want to add a parenthetical? I simply can go right to up back to Maya, and then I can tab over to parenthetical, and boom, it automatically gets me there. And so I can write, and then everything is properly formatted. Then every element has its exact industry standard position. I'm not measuring margins or fighting with indents. I'm just simply writing. So let's add some more action. So I go back down to the end of the dialogue line. I hit enter, and it automatically takes me back to action. Again, you can see all this formatting on the right side of the screen. And again, I can go back through and simply right-click on there and select the correct word I want. So next I'm going to have Maya talk a little bit more. So I'm simply going to hit return. I hit tab. Now, Fade in Pro is automatically saying, hey, since you've only had this one particular character speaking, would you like them to speak again? And so I can simply hit return, and she comes up again, and I can go right into her dialogue. I don't have to look at a long list of characters. I don't have to retype her name. It just works really well. And to get back to action again, I just simply hit enter, and I'm back to action. And again, I can write the next action line. So again, as I look through this, I can go through and right-click and simply correct the word very quickly by just right-clicking on it. This is what I love about this particular program. I can stay in the creative flow. The software handles all the technical stuff invisibly. You see how easy that was to write? I'm just simply hitting return, and if I need to switch between elements, I'm simply hitting tab. It's as easy as that. And again, I can look on my right side here, and it shows me exactly what type of element I'm using. But here's where it gets really professional. We can go to the production menu, which is simply, again, right up here. We can take a look at scene numbers if we want to number our screenplay. And here we can show our numbers, and we can use whatever type of numbering system we want. We simply hit OK, and voila, we have a numbering system. It's as easy as that. And if you need to do revisions, simply turn on revision mode. And your changes show up with colored asterisks, those famous blue pages you hear about in Hollywood. The software tracks everything. And to do this, you simply go up to the production menu. We go down to revisions, and we select which revision we're in. And it tells us the revision mode is on, and we can save it like that. And everything attached to this revision will be color-coded in this particular way. And when you're ready to share it, simply go up to File, down to Export, and you can see the various different ways that you can export this file. And you'll also notice they have Final Draft, which is saved in FDX format. You can also, since I was talking before that most of the stuff is saved as PDFs, you can create your own PDF by simply going back to File, hitting Create PDF. And here you can type in all the things that you want. You can give your PDF a password. You can create a watermark as well too in terms of this. So there's a lot of different things that you can do to create this PDF. All right, here are the shortcuts that'll save you hours. Tab cycles between elements. So again, we just can, if we hit enter, we can hit tab, and we can see it go through and select different things along the way. But a real game changer for me is just coming here and right-clicking and then going down to element and selecting whatever type of element I would like. It's easy to basically jump to any type of formatting instantly. Want to write a TV plot instead of a movie? Simply go to File, go down to Templates, New from Template, and you have these other things you can pick from. You can pick from a stage play, television, half-hour sitcom, or television one-hour drama. And you can simply select that, and that'll turn your document into whatever of these things that you would like. And again, as I told you before, it learns your characters' names. You can simply start typing MA and it suggests Maya. No more typos, no more inconsistent character names. Oh, and if you're the type who likes to plan with index cards, let's take a look at those. Simply go to Document and select the index cards. It'll automatically create your index cards for you. And you can arrange your scenes visually before you even write them. Pretty cool, huh? So let's look at what we built in just a few minutes. This is a properly formatted, professional-looking screenplay scene. Industry standard margins, perfect indentation, clean layout, and I never thought about formatting once. Now, for most writers who are independent or just getting started in the business, Fade in Pro is going to be what you need because it gives you everything you need at the fraction of the price. And like I said, I can't say that enough. It does some wonderful stuff, and it doesn't charge you a rent payment in order for you to get that. Well, next week, I'm going to do a video on taking a look at Writer's Duet versus Fade in Pro to give you some differences and similarities between the two, which one is a better program. I'm also going to show you how using a single location can really ramp up the tension in your screenplay. Well, until the next video, live well and write well.